In previous video, I have talked about functions. Well, some functions like map, like filter, well, like zip. So we have talked about those functions. And in this video, I'm going to talk about the decorator. What actually this decorator is. Well, we have seen this decorator when I talked about, well, Python OOP, object oriented program, like class method, right? And well, static method. Can you remember this? Well, that's good. So you have learned about this, but not actually what this actually means and why we use this and how we can create this and in which purpose we just want to make this decorator. So let's see what decorator actually is. Decorator just supercharge our function. So in order to know this decorator, so we have to learn the Python function as well. It is very necessary for us to know the Python functions. Well, without function we cannot understand this decorator. Well, let's talk about a very important concept, which is higher order function, HOF. Well, what is higher order function in Python? Well, higher order function can be either two things. Okay, well, it can be either a function, an easy function. It is a function that accepts another function or returns a function. Well, any other purpose can be applied. Like these two are very important. Number one, it either accepts another function as parameter or it returns a function. Well, let's see. Def, great, well, Python's function C, and this is another function. It's very simple, and it is like higher order function, we can say this. And well, you may ask, this map, filter, or zip, are they higher order function? Well, yes, those things or those functions are higher order function. Well, we have learned about the higher order function. It's not very complicated. It is not, means you do not just focus on this a lot, but you have to focus about this decorator. What this decorator is? Well, is it simply a function that wraps another function and enhance it or changes it. Well, with change, it can also charges that function. Like very simple function I want to have. This is my decorator. It will have another function, and let's have wrap function, and I want to have a function here, and later on just return this function. Well, this is a decorator, very simple. But here what it does, why we use this, you know that? Well, decorator, we just, like, I want to have another function, then I'll explain how and why we use this. For example, let's use this decorator and def hello. Print hello. Well, I have this very easy. Can you see that? Well, let's print this. Hello. It shows me this hello and console. That's very simple. If I don't use this decorator totally, will there be any changes? Well, no. Then why we have used this decorator? if it does not bring any change, well, if it does not supercharge or function, then why we use this decorator? Now let's see something here. Like I want to have the same thing I want to print here. Let's see what happens now. Ooh, you have seen here that it is changed now. Well, there are some stars. There are some stars in bottom. Well, that supercharged is very important now for us. That this decorator we have used here, this decorator we have created, this function, and we have used the decorators here. Well, we have some changes, some charges. Well, that is very nice now. Well, let's see another function. Like I want to use my decorator once again, and def show me. Well, show me, it will show something. Well, let's let's see, instead of this I want to call this show me. Will it work if I just show? There is nothing like stars. Well, if I print once again, that's great. That's very nice. We have seen here. Well, this is the power of decorator. Now you may just wonder that if it takes an argument, what will happen here? Now let me comment out this. If it takes some arguments, like it will have like greeting, and instead of just having that, it will show this greeting. Okay, what will be the out? Can you guess that? It says the type error, hello missing one required positional argument, greeting. Yes, we just want to have here a very simple like argument. What if we have it here like it didn't show anything? Why? You know that because we have here nothing. Like hello, see, it shows it. Hello. Now it's very important. We have seen very powerful thing here. Now for example, let's have one more thing here, like age or name. Let me have the name. Let's pass the name here. What happens? Well, the same thing, you have seen it before. Well, it shows nothing, some error, and I want to have it here like name is like something joy. But two are given. You know why? Well, let's see it. I just want to use here a string. Well, greeting. Yeah. Is it nice? But it shows some error. Well, let's see what happens here. The greeting does not have anything here, like it's not print. We should not add it here. Like when we call, we just pass two things here, like one hello and other is John. Okay, now let's again error. Here I want to just add y, then we will see what happens. Hello John. Well, that's great. It works perfect. It's not nice now. Every time I just want to add some, well, argument or parameter, I just want to have it here, here, everywhere. But it's very, very confusing for the users as well. The user may not have that much, well, understanding of this. Now let's have a very important concept here to be implemented. Like here, you have seen this args and, well, keyword arguments. Have you seen this? Well, I've explained this before. You know this argument and keyword argument. And now it's very, very nice. Let's see. Well, yeah. If I have many things like here edge, if I add here edge, will it work? Let's see. Yes, edge is 20. Well, everything is perfect. You have to use this when you have many arguments, like, well, keyword arguments if you have.